Good evening and welcome to Mappercraft News. I'm your host Green the Pear and I hope you will enjoy the first edition. With the start of the world comes a record-breaking number of nations. Over 30 countries have claimed their land and there is no continent without a settlement. Despite this, there is still a clear hotspot region, that being the Eastern Mediterranean, having almost 10 nations situated very closely next to each other. This density didn't happen without tension, however. Canaan Takir's artificial island project, Sur, located west of their coast, has been opposed by the nation of Cyprus, ruled by Agnias, asserting that Canaan's ownership of the land is illegitimate, legally under the jurisdiction of Cyprus, and claiming that, quote, Cypriot citizens live there and you are oppressing them, while drafting maps of Cyprus that showed the island as theirs and protesting by planting flags and boats. The island of Sur was already speculated to be the cause of the first war in the world, but Canaan's leader Mac was determined to settle the dispute diplomatically and avoid conflict. She denied the claims of oppression and Cyprus ownership, but promised to provide free housing for Cypriots if Sur was recognized to be Canaan's. Diplomatic communications were established, which would later manifest as the Nicosia Conference, where the leaders of the two nations met along with some overseers. The Treaty of Nicosia was signed, where a non-aggression pact was put into place. Cyprus revoked their claims, while Canaan not only promised to provide free housing, but also rights for an ethically Cypriot quarter of the city of Sur called Lanarka. Half of the world breathed a sigh of relief, while the other grunted with disappointment. Mappercraft News reached out to both leaders for their opinion on the result of the treaty. Mac said, "The result is what we wanted. Sur is, rightfully, in our hands. Peace has been achieved. At least from our perspective, we have made no true concessions." Agnias, however, wasn't as positive, stating, "While we have officially renounced our claims, our citizens will still have difficulty accepting this. Our hand has been forced into accepting such an agreement. Much international attention to the conflict has brought unwanted eyes towards the Eastern Mediterranean, and we fear that our conflict will quickly spiral out of control into a proxy war between the other great powers. Cyprus will not be a pawn of these nations, and we intend to keep it this way." Up next, do vaccines cause children to worship towers?